kind of muscles you have? No. Bro, what kind of patterns you have? Or is it just aesthetics?
All right, welcome back. Training every single day. Today, I trained the legs, I trained some handstand, and some grip. Now, when I'm training the legs, I really like to train, the speed of them, the power, mainly for things like jumping and, controlled footwork, right position. I think those are kind of the most useful kinds of leg strength, leg power, leg footwork, to have that control. So that's what I trained. I also did some good grip strength training just a little bit, but I do that kind of daily. My grip's, sufficient for everything I've needed to do. One of the things I wanted to do with the legs is, especially with these squats, it's very difficult to balance, and I often fall over. And normally I try my hardest. I try my hardest just to stay and, muscle it out, keep the balance no matter what. But I think that kind of mindset comes back from, when I used to do like bodybuilding. You just want to do the sets, get the stimulus for the muscle growth, and then move on. But, I really want to try to, if I'm going to fall, and even though I might have the capability, to catch myself, use a lot of technique, it might be better and more efficient, or not more efficient, but better overall to just kind of flow. You saw I did a handstand. What happened at first, I fell all the way to the end. I put a hand down to catch myself, to rebalance. And then I really should have flowed. I should have tried to flow. I talk about it a lot in the videos, but that kind of mindset shift of movement flows and really working on expression and more complex movements, it's easier said than done. So that's one of the opportunities that I'm kind of taking to see, to improve on. And then here, working on some quickness and some power of the legs, hopefully to be able to jump a little higher, is kind of the idea of this one. Walking backwards is a really great way to develop the knees, save the knees, develop that pain-free lower body. It's a really good movement that solves a lot of problems. It might be one of the things to save your knees, train your hips, work your tibialis. The tibialis, the front of the shins, is something that is worked a good amount. Some of these plyometric bounds, I'm not quite there all the way, but I'm still working on it. Still enjoying the process of training the legs. It seems to be like a lot of improvement that's able to be done there, just because of the sheer variety of movements you can do. So here, training some handstands, doing some press to handstands, full presses, trying to really develop that full press. So I'm doing a mixture of full presses and then repetitions of the half press in order to eventually get the press to handstand where I'd want it to be. Then I go back outside, working a bit on incline. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm on a hill here. So I'm playing with the hill, trying to see how this incline challenges me, how it can lead to some better adaptations. And still being light on the feet. This is some footwork, being able to step out of the way and step into position, probably in a really critical moment, in a crisis. You'd really want to, position to move out of the way or move into a position to defend yourself, whatever it may be. A little bit of shadow sparring on a hill. You never know when you'll need to defend yourself. Maybe on a hill. I'll be a little bit more prepared, I guess. So here, train the legs. This is a pretty good one to work that rotational plane of motion. A lot of people only work in the frontal plane or into the side plane, but the rotational plane is where, the most awesome feats of things happening. That's where dancing, break dancing, wrestling, martial arts happens in this rotational plane. So just understand, it takes some time to train it, understand how that works. It inherently works the entire body, so that's why, that's a reason why you might want to try it out. And this is a way to strengthen the knee on the balancing leg, work some balance, and then eventually I get into some press to handstands. And if you made it this far in the video, sincerely, I'd like to say thank you for making it to this far with me, spending some time watching this video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the hype button, follow my Instagram in the description. You can also call me down there, $1 a minute. And then multiple press to handstands. Give them a try. Trying to keep the balance, but I don't know. I've been a little bit more obsessed with training the legs and not really caring about the upper body so much. So I used to spend a lot of time in the handstand. In the past, I was a lot better at really finding the balance. And I'm really not seeing too much reason to continue that at the moment. So that's why I've been spending a lot of time, developing the legs, the ankle. But anyways, thanks for watching, and check out the next video tomorrow.